Hello everybody! This is going to be a really exciting day because a friend of mine has rented an entire racetrack for his testing and fooling around and everything. And at the end of this racetrack, okay, so it's a road course. I'll show you. There's a road course here, and you can see the drag strip. All right, the drag strip is not part of the road course, but at the end of the drag strip is this big section of asphalt. So this big section of asphalt is all mine for the entire day. So I don't have to worry about those guys. They're gonna be ripping around the road course. Maybe I'll show some video of the cars ripping by. There's some really cool cars going by. There's a Radical and there's a Viper. I think it's an ACR. There's some great stuff. Anyways, but this whole section is all mine. So I'm gonna be testing torque maps. I'm gonna be testing setup, like the suspension setup, and I'm going to be testing aerodynamics and ride heights, you know, all the exciting stuff. So this should be really good. I'm going to be setting up a big skid pad or like a figure eight over here, like a 200-foot diameter, two of them figure eight, so that I can, you know, test suspension setups and aerodynamics and such. It's kind of windy out here today. I am wearing my microphone, so hopefully the audio is going to be good. And yeah, no, this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. Very exciting. And yeah, the car is, you guys haven't seen it in a little while. Maybe you haven't seen it since I put these on there. I got to check my air intake temperatures. My air cleaner is right below those. So I have my other hood also with me. My other hood without the vents in it is in this box. So I'm gonna be trying that out, and I'm gonna be checking out the different intake temperatures with and without the vents. So we'll see what we have there. And I'll be adjusting my front splitter angle and messing around with the diffuser in the back. So it should be good. All right, so I gotta go set up that figure eight right now. So I will check back with you guys after that. I had two epic fails. I started the car up and I thought I would just do some quick back and forth to make sure everything's running right, and it wouldn't make boost, and I'm like, what's going on? And nothing I did would make boost. And so I checked my fuel level, and my little fuel level, it wasn't showing. So I put a bunch of fuel in it and thought, yep, that'll be it. And I went back and forth, still no boost. Now I'm starting to get concerned, like what is going on here? And I started poking around and realized that when I changed the wastegate, I had unplugged the sensor, and I just hadn't plugged that sensor back in. So now I got that sensor plugged back in, and now it makes boost. Now it's got power, and the testing can begin. I've made a big figure eight with some really big circles, so we're gonna try that out and see how that works out. And there's some beautiful cars running around over here. Oh, I didn't mention this earlier, but I brought my 250 shifter cart. So if testing goes well with the Pink Panther, I'm gonna pull that out later, and I'm gonna go on the big track, and I got a speedometer app on my phone, and we're gonna see how fast I can go. I'm pretty sure the thing will do over 100 miles an hour down the track, but we'll see. All right, on to testing. Okay, so as you saw, I did some figure eights. I did a number of them. Tire temperatures seem to be okay. And the car is slightly understeery when going over the crest. And it's slightly oversteery in one corner. Overall, the balance is pretty good. I'm gonna make an adjustment to the front splitter, the angle, and see what kind of difference that makes. Okay, that was a positive result. I think I could feel a difference just by that little bit of a splitter angle change. So now it's sort of angled down a little bit. So I think I could feel that. Okay, now that that was successful with the lowering of the splitter, like the angle, now I lowered the whole front end of the car, like the whole car. So this gap here was 3 1/8 of an inch, and now it's 2 3/4 inches. So we're going to try that now, and we're going to see if that makes any kind of difference to the handling of the car, or, like, you know, the balance and everything. Okay, well, that definitely seemed like it was less or more oversteery by doing that, but it also means that every time I breathed on the brakes, the front splitter was hitting the ground. So I got to go back. I got to put that back to what it was. Okay, so after doing a bunch of loop-de-loops, the balance feels pretty good on the car, but the steering effort's really high. Now, you'll remember from a couple of videos ago that I pulled the power steering out of the car, and I've competed at a couple of events now without the power steering, and it definitely was a high steering effort. But our local courses are very tight, twisty, so I thought, well, it's probably because you have to do a lot of steering to get through those courses. But now with the big loops, I think that maybe the steering is going to be a little too stiff for Bridget. So I adjusted the caster. It had a lot of caster in it before. It has less now. I don't have the proper tools here to measure the caster, but I measured my toe and my camber on the front, and the caster was so easy to adjust. It was pretty silly. I had no idea that it was so easy to adjust, but it was. I'll show you what I had to do. All I had to do was, this is my front upper arm. All I had to do was shorten this one. Yeah, shorten this one 2 rotations and lengthen that one 2 rotations. Same with this. Shorten this one 2 rotations, lengthen that one 2 rotations. That moved the top ball joint forward, both sides moved forward, which is less caster. And I checked the toe and the camber on both sides, and they hadn't changed at all once I had, you know, turned the arms 2 turns. And so that was really easy. I was really happy about that, because I was concerned, because my toe settings and my camber settings were really good, so I didn't want to change those, but I didn't have to change anything. Once I had those, it just tilted it. It was perfect. So I'm gonna go and test it now, and hopefully the steering effort's gonna be a little easier, so that Bridget doesn't have a hard time, or I don't have as hard a time, because I gotta admit, since I have stopped going to the gym because of coronavirus, the guns are not what they were. So I had a little bit more trouble steering this thing, but I'm gonna go test it now and we'll find out.
Holy F. It's fast. It's loud. My ears are ringing. I should be wearing hearing protection. That's insane. I didn't get my gearing right. I bought the smallest axle sprocket available, and I think it's off. I think I need to go up a little bit. So I'll fix that. I do have. Okay, my lap time is good though. Minute 2. Minute 2 is. That is the. Jeez.
3 minutes, 44.19 seconds.
Minute 2 is the fastest I've ever gone in a. No, I've done a minute 1. Okay, well, it was quick. I was catching the radicals in all the twisty bits, but they pull away from me on the straightaway. That was huge fun, and I brought it back all in one piece. Okay, the car. I experimented with front ride height and splitter height and splitter angle and torque maps. I changed the caster, and yeah, the car's good. The car's good. I don't know if it's Nationals winning good, but it's good. And hopefully the audio is good on this stupid GoPro Hero session. Sometimes the audio is good and sometimes it's really terrible. But anyways, okay. I'm a mess. I've been here all day. Well, my fun was, called a little early because of a broken down radical on the track, but holy cow, does this thing ever feel good out there? Now, obviously, it's a little oversteery out there, and that would be an easy fix of just stiffening my front sway bar a little bit because it's on its full soft setting. But holy cow, yeah, it felt really good out there, surprisingly. Aerodynamics, this thing is very high drag. I could feel at the top end, I could just feel the drag of the air on these surfaces just pulling the car back. And I'm pretty sure my front splitter, even though it is 3 inches off the ground, let's take a look. Even though it's 3 inches or whatever off the ground, I'm pretty sure down the straightaway in some places that this was actually scraping the ground, and that's just from downforce. So that's pretty crazy. But I mean, I do have very soft springs in here, so that doesn't surprise me. Well, maybe it surprised me a little bit, but anyways, yeah, that was, I mean, I only did a couple laps out there, not even, but that was huge fun.